So welcome, Ryan. I'm really looking forward to you contributing to the panel tonight. Surely it'll be an interesting panel. It's two domains that I love and passionate about. Could you tell me what drew you into this domain of
Sure,
the?
FinTech and media. So, first of all, I discovered Bitcoin in 2011. I was sort of drawn more to the FinTech side first, and I saw this as being this remarkable new technology. First, I was very skeptical of it. I thought this can't be real, but when I investigated, I thought, well, this is really amazing. This is really powerful technology. And over time, I have my own personal interests. I used to be a scientist. I would like to find ways to solve problems in science using this. But I started to notice there's sort of a generic problem here, which is people that create content. And if you're a scientist, you might create like research, but this applies to so many things. It applies to journalism. I've met a lot of journalists that are interested in our idea. I've met a lot of people in like film and music. And I had an opportunity a couple years ago to work at Reddit as cryptocurrency engineer, and I basically, through just quirk of history and fate, I found myself trying to solve this problem in social media of applying fintech technology, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain, that stuff, to solving problems on Reddit, the platform. Well, it didn't work out at Reddit, but I still love this idea, and I've met so many people that have a problem. They have a problem where they're not earning enough money doing what they're doing. They might not be earning anything, and they see that if we apply Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, this modern fintech technology to social media, we can solve this problem for them. We can get them paid. We can find a way for these people to earn money for what they're doing. So I basically I found my way by being interested more on the technology first, and then just discovering this giant opportunity to help people, basically get paid for their work by using this technology.
And so, what does your startup then offer?
Yeah, so we're building a social media platform where the users have a wallet, so they can send each other money. So the major difference between us and every other social media company or app is that we're sort of very focused on the users paying each other money for things. So our social media app has a built-in economy. The users can, buy things from each other. They can invest in one another. I think it's the first social media app with a genuine economy. So we're focused on social media first. We like applying this. Like, we can look at things like we have a lot of people in our community that are interested in things like journalism. I would say like maybe 50% of the people that have reached out to me are sort of on that side, which isn't really social media. So I would say the real project we're building is more like we started with social media, but it's really like a general sort of content creation problem that we're trying to solve. It's people that create content. It can be journalism, it can be entertainment, and we're just trying to use this technology to get those people paid.
Fantastic, and I think creative people everywhere would rejoice to have some further options. And so, could you tell me what your thoughts are on where Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are headed?
Sure. Yeah. So, well, I think when I discovered Bitcoin in 2011, at first I didn't believe that it was possible to have like a decentralized form of money. I thought, come on, no, that can't be real. But I looked into it and I'm like, wow, this is actually this is working. This actually is possible. And like many other people in the space, you start to realize, well, this is actually very, very general, powerful technology here. I'm extremely optimistic on the blockchain space. I would say this is sort of a segment of fintech. I'm very much focused on blockchain, and I am focused on Bitcoin specifically. I think Bitcoin in particular, it's sort of the original blockchain. I think it's the biggest one. I think it's the most useful one. It has the largest economy. I'm extremely optimistic on the future of Bitcoin. I think it's going to be extremely. We've only had something like 6 or 7 years or whatever since it was created. The economy has grown. It's growing now. I'm extremely optimistic at the companies like my own, of course, and other companies in the space. Valerian, his company, I'm very optimistic about his as well. Are taking this technology and solving a real use case with it, and I'm very optimistic about the future.
And I did ask Valerian earlier, how do you find trying to raise investment as regards this domain? I know that here in Silicon Valley that investors seem to have been slow to the party, and I wondered, what challenges you've had or what gains you've had as regards that.
Sure, I wouldn't say Silicon Valley investors have been slow to the party. I'll tell you what I think happened. I would think, actually, I would say about 3 years ago, they were sort of ahead of the curve, and they invested in a lot of companies, and they invested in a lot of companies that actually weren't that good. And so I think they got a sort of a poor taste in their mouth. And there was a lot of hype going on in 2013 as well. So I think that the investors pulled back on Bitcoin specifically. They're still very interested in blockchain technology broadly, and I think we're starting to see right now. We didn't have any problems raising money. We haven't raised that much money. We've raised a little bit, but we seem to have, like, people are extremely interested. I wouldn't say that we've detected a problem in my personal experience. I think the reason for that, I think things are changing right now. I think we're in the midst of an uptrend, and I think the investment capital is picking up, in my opinion.
That's such great news. You've totally re-inspired me. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to the panel tonight. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it as well.